Okay, it's been about 2 weeks since I did my big fat and tactical video. In that video I talked about how a lot of people ignore the importance of physical fitness in self-defense and survival. In that first video I just mainly dealt with survival, being able to get away from a bad situation, being able to flee if there's a natural disaster and roads are blocked, just being able to run more than 100 yards without passing out. But physical fitness also plays a big part in self-defense. The more physically fit you are, the less likely you're going to be able to, in a situation where you have to defend yourself, because let's be honest about it, criminals look for easier targets. If you look like you're strong, you're not a first choice for a target. Plus, if you can defend yourself physically, then you're more likely to not have to resort to deadly force to defend yourself. So physical fitness plays a big part in both survival and in self-defense, and a lot of people seem to ignore that. I was one of them. I had ballooned up really badly. I shouldn't say had. I have ballooned up really badly. And I decided I was going to start trying to do a little bit about it. Now, I can't change my lifestyle greatly. I'm not one of the people that can I'm going to turn myself around. I have to make subtle changes. So I have made subtle changes. And it's been 2 weeks since, like I said, since I did my first video. As people know, the first week I started off, I had ballooned up to 237 pounds. I'm just over 6 feet tall. I weighed 237 pounds. So after a week of going to the gym every day and trying to watch what I eat, after the first week I gained 2 pounds. I went up to 239 pounds. Well, that could be discouraging, but I have been keeping with it since then, but I have had a few setbacks. One is I had a little bit of an irritation issue, so I had to lay off the treadmill for about 5 days. Things are a little different now than they were when I was younger, so I couldn't handle the treadmill quite as much as I could. I was trying to run, 2 miles in just under 20 minutes, like 18.5, and was wearing myself a little thin, so I had to kind of cut back on that a little bit. Also, the biggest setback I faced is my oldest son started his summer school classes. He takes a study class during the summer for 3 weeks, and it's right next door to the only KFC buffet in this area. So every day when I pick him up at lunch, we've been going to the KFC buffet. That's just the way it is. There's no excuses for it. It's just the way it is. So those have been a couple of setbacks. Now luckily I did have one saving grace from going to the KFC buffet. I got food poisoning. So that helped me lose a couple of pounds. So I had that in my favor this past week. That lasted about 4 or 5 days where I had little problems. So that helped some. Now, I've been doing a lot. I've been going to the gym about 3 or 4 times a week, and now I've just gotten to where I'm just walking 3 miles. Not like slow walk. A good pace walk, about 3.8 miles an hour, sometimes up to 4 miles an hour. Just a good fast walk while listening to music, and I do that for 3 miles or an hour, whichever comes first. A lot of times I'll go ahead and go to the 4 miles even after I pass the 3 miles. So, been doing that. I haven't been eating great. Like I say, I'm not someone who can just cut things out of their diet. I've been eating a little bit better. I've been eating lots of fruits and vegetables, and I haven't been eating a second dinner. Now, I stay up really late, so I used to eat dinner at 6 with the family and then eat dinner again about 11, 12 o'clock. I've been stopping doing that. So if I eat after dinner, I try to eat fruits, vegetables. I've been eating a lot of watermelon, a lot of grapes. Now, there's Okay, like I was saying before my memory card filled up, been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Now, there are a lot of calories in the fruits, like watermelon, grapes. But when you look at the nutritional value of these items, you're actually doing pretty good when you eat those. A 500 calorie Hot Pocket is a lot worse for your health than 500 calories worth of grapes. You can't just center on calories and fat and things like that. You have to take the whole thing into consideration. So like I say, I've been eating a lot of watermelon, eating a lot of grapes. So at the end, I've had 2 weeks since my last weigh-in. As you remember, I went up to 239, so I started off at 239. I am now down to 227 and a half, 228, depending on what time of the day it is. So I did manage to lose about 11, 12 pounds. So that's not too bad over 2 weeks, 11, 12 pounds, because like I say, I haven't been doing that well on my diet. So not the worst results in the world, but not the best. But, that thing about 11, 12 pounds with someone like me is hard to notice. I do notice that I'm feeling a little bit better, and I can sleep easier. When I lay down on my back, I can breathe a little better. Once I get over that 230 mark, it really gets hard for me to breathe when I lay down. So that's always a bad sign for your health if you can't breathe when you're laying down. So doing okay so far. That's my update for right now, and I hope everyone else that has decided to do the same thing is doing as well, if not better than me. And I will check in again later.